The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.
We're so thrilled to have on the show an incredible country music singer-songwriter duo, husband-wife duo, the Swansons. Angie and Joe, it's so good to have you on the show finally.
Thank you for having us, Eric.
I feel like I know you guys already just from following you on social media and once again hanging out at the Josies, and you guys get an award and all of a sudden we get an award. It's like, well, hey, it's like award time. And you got it for a multi-genre duo.
Yes.
At the Josie Awards, but also you've gotten other awards too, Joe.
Yes, we have. Yep.
You know, out in California, out on the West Coast.
Yes, we have. Yeah, we've been very blessed, Angie and I, since our musical journey began over a decade ago.
Yeah, 2012.
Yeah.
Yes.
So amazing. And we were talking about the name also, but I want to talk about the new album first, Wake Up, which I really enjoyed listening to. And this is your sixth new album, right, Angie?
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
I love the songs on here to where you guys kind of bounce between like 90s retro, but then you got some swampy and some blues stuff. And also you guys trade off the vocals so well.
Yes.
So let's talk about this. You recorded this album here in Nashville, Angie?
Yep. Yes, that's correct. At Nash Track Studio with Bill Watson, producer.
Right.
And Joe and I, we split the songwriting 50-50.
Nice.
But Joe does a bulk of the work. I just own half.
That sounds like a pretty good, relationship. You know what I mean?
And everything's 50-50.
Yeah, but then also, though, Angie, Joe still gets to buy guitars.
That's
Right.
correct. Oh,
she
he
does
gets
not
an allowance.
inhibit my guitar buying.
And I buy him guitars all the time.
I think
so
I'm
he's
so
quite
good with
spoiled.
that. Yeah. Spoiled is good, right, Joe?
Yes.
Yeah, it was so funny, too, because, checking out all the music video that you guys do for these, Angie, and we were talking about it as well, to where you do a music video for almost every song.
Every single song.
And with this being your sixth album, and we had met a long time ago at the NAMM show,
Yes.
because both of you were there checking out all the new music gear like me and wandering around. It's like going, I know you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like the Swansons is such a catchy name. And we were talking about how you came up with that name also, because I'm like, once again, it's Angie and Joe Finley. I thought, why not the Finleys? Like, oh no. But then you guys were dating and went to a concert, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, we are Bob Seger fans. So he was playing at the Staples Center, and we were early on dating, early on.
Yeah.
I don't even think I told him I'd be his girlfriend yet, honestly.
Yeah.
But he had invited me on some songs to sing. I've never sang in my life, and he was like, "Oh, come sing on a song." I was like, "Okay," and then we went to the concert, and what would you call him, paparazzi or a photographer for the magazine, asked to take our photo, and I asked our name, and instead of giving our real names, we made a story up, and we said,
we were just
I'm
playing.
Tina Swanson, and this is Bob
I'm Bob.
Swanson,
Yeah.
and we said,
And then it ends up in the magazine the
it
next
does,
day.
the next morning
So
it was printed online. The
legit
Swanson.
They legitimized
But it's like,
our
but
name.
also it's like
Yeah.
we were joking too earlier before we came down to the studio, to where it's like one of those names with the Swansons. It's like I thought, well, they've got to be doing like old 50s music and all that
Right.
stuff. And obviously you think about the old food, with
Right.
the TV dinners and pot pies that were so horrible back in the day that we all ate. But it's like you never forget the name, Angie.
Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
we were hoping for that, and we were also going for like, you know how they use like Jane Doe or Smith. They use Smith a lot.
Right.
Well, they also use Swansons. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did not
in
notice
entertainment,
that.
it's in Dumb and Dumber.
Wow.
It's in
The
a couple
Family
of the
Guy,
movies.
Joe Swanson.
Yeah, you guys are.
So you'll hear that.
So it's a name that you
Swanson's
will
name.
connect to and
Right.
remember. That
Right.
was
Well,
the
and
most
also I got to
important
bring
thing.
this up too, to where the two of you tour so much. I mean, certainly based out of the West Coast, but you play all over the West Coast. I knew you were playing in Las Vegas a lot, my old stomping ground, and then here in Nashville,
Yes.
where you record and you're like going. Is this kind of spreading out with the tour? It's like
Yes.
you've gigged so much in California, you got to kind of expand out.
Absolutely, yes. And we'd like to go to more states like Florida
Mm-hmm.
and Kentucky. So we've played in Illinois, that's where I'm from.
Yes.
And we do travel around, and we like to spread our music and our love and share it with the world.
Well, and I was going to bring this up too, Joe, to where, you guys have a unique angle with your music, because not only great musicians, great songwriting, and a lot of fun with the performances and music videos, but also it's family friendly. So
Yes.
you're bringing the country music, and it's like, but it's something you can bring the whole family to your
That's
shows.
right.
And you guys really entertain.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
But I
Appreciate
mean, that's
it.
kind of a different perspective, wouldn't you say?
That's something that we did very intentionally from the beginning. We decided that there weren't going to be any kind of trickery. We were
Right.
going to remain authentic, and we wanted to entertain families as opposed to
Right.
a specific target audience from 0 through old age.
Right.
Right,
So
we're
that's
timeless.
So
That's right.
we've stayed on that track, and that what our audience is comprised of fans from the ages of 2 years old to 90 years
Right.
old.
That's so much
You
fun
know.
because, and once again, Joe, you and I are similar to where we've got a deep musical background. You've been playing and writing for so many years and done a lot of touring before you guys, formed the Swansons.
Right.
But, now it's like, this is, the band's doing really well.
Thank
It's
you.
like between the two of you, and if Angie will come out of her shell on some of this stuff, I think this could work out. I mean, it's that close, especially with the music videos. It's like you could tell that Angie is like so comfortable, but then Joe's like me. It's like, okay, I'm more comfortable with the guitar.
Yeah.
And then I got to bring up this cool guitar that you brought here too. And usually I see you with your Fenders, with Tellys and Strats, but this is an acoustic
Yes.
that you had signed by people that have been a part of your music.
Yes, it was kind of an impromptu thing in the middle of a recording session, and here in Nashville, and Angie and I went to Guitar Center, and I saw this beautiful white guitar, and it was just really the looks of the guitar, not particularly. I love Fender, that's my favorite guitar, and so I just assumed it would be a good guitar.
Right.
And then I had the idea to have the musicians that played on our records to all sign it, and Angie and I
That's right.
did as well.
The first
So
one
it's-
was Country This.
Country This, yeah.
And as we had the opportunity actually, because normally Bill will have them come in when we're not in town.
Right.
But when we were here,
Yeah.
and he had scheduled sessions, so we got to meet Janae Fleener and Brett Mason.
Yeah,
and Jim-
A-listers.
Yes.
A-listers
Well,
and
and
session
Eric,
players.
you're going to love this. So Brent Mason, Janae Fleener, Stephen King, a lot of
And
great
Jim
musicians.
Riley. Jim Riley.
Jim Riley from Rascal Flatts. So we also started playing shows with them.
Wow.
Which, how amazing is that to be on stage
Right.
with Brent Mason and Janae Fleener and Jim
All
Riley?
stars.
That's not
All
intimidating
stars.
at all.
Oh my!
gosh.
The
I know
rehearsal
when we
almost
have
gave me
when
a
I'm
heart
around
attack.
Brent, I'm like going, I think I'll just set my guitar right here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brent. Take your telly and have your way.
Pretty much.
But I mean, that's great to be able to have them on your albums and then play shows with
And
them
play
also.
live,
Absolutely.
yeah.
What a blessing.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, it's so incredible. And once again, you're already working on new albums, and I've also heard rumors of a possible Christian album.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, and I got to bring up also, Joe, the book you're working on, which you're hoping to release that this year.
Yes. Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about this book.
Okay, so the book is a very, very serious subject matter. It also has to do with how Angie and I met and our beautiful yet tragic journey. My previous wife had been murdered at a hotel in Los Angeles. So the Los Angeles Police Department, they're pretty well known as being a very corrupt organization. They didn't follow the leads in the case, and it took me and my own personal efforts to solve my own wife's murder. So the book is about that journey and how we began. Our love was born out of tragedy, and the songs I was writing prior to Angie entering my life were very much darker
Right.
than the songs that I began to write once I saw her beautiful face. And she committed to being my co-Swansons partner. And ever since then, it's just turned into love and beauty,
Yeah.
and the good Lord has saved my life.
And 7 years in the making. And it's going to
Yes.
be a hardbound book as well.
Yes.
And I'm hoping, like I told you, it needs to be audio also.
Yes, it's called A False Sense of Security.
Yes, because the book will help Joe with closure since the Los Angeles Police Department has decided to not solve the crime.
Wow.
And they're just, like Joe said, they're not moving forward with any of that. So Joe has to tell a story and really close.
Yes.
He has to create closure.
The perpetrators,
And it'll help others also.
The perpetrators
Yes,
of the crime.
absolutely.
Here's the key: is the perpetrators of the crime have been exposed. So it's not a he said, she said, I wonder what happened.
Right.
This case went through the Superior Court of the State of California in a civil action titled Finley versus Millennium Coplar and Hotels, whereby the perpetrators were completely exposed, and the evidence against them is irrefutable.
Right.
But still, we sit with the LAPD refusing to interact, take control of the
Well,
case.
they don't want to look at it.
They don't want to pursue the
But
evidence.
also,
that's
what a
been
great
discovered.
way to do it, just like through music, as we know, the three of us, to get healing through the music, but also with
Absolutely.
doing this book
Yes.
and to help yourself heal, but also for others that have been in similar situations.
Yes.
But speaking of this, on a happier note, you guys do a weekly show also.
Yes.
Every Friday, and once again, this was born out of a tough time, which we all, most of us survived, thankfully, through the pandemic.
Yeah.
But you guys do a variety show every Friday that you stream live that also goes to your YouTube channel.
That's correct.
And it's not just music.
It's not.
It's a full variety show, and
Yes.
so you've got skits, you got the whole thing. That takes a lot of work.
Yes.
How do you do that every
We love
week?
doing it. We love it. We're passionate about it, and our fans that watch it enjoy it. They look forward. We hear often through the week, can't wait to see you Friday. Wow. You know, so it keeps us going, and
Right.
it does a lot for us.
Angie's work ethic is extraordinary.
Well, to be able to launch something like
Illinois,
that.
I'm
Yeah,
from the
I
Blue
mean,
Collar
it's just
family,
nonstop. So
Me too.
Yeah, like you said, we put a lot of effort into that weekly show. You know, it takes us tens of hours to prepare for it.
Oh, definitely.
But then what we get out of it is to be able to engage with fans all over the world.
And it took the place of those live shows that you were supposed to go on tour
yes.
for.
Yes, we need an outlet for ourselves,
Right.
as well as for our fans. You know what I mean? So it was kind of a two-way street
That's
there.
a huge undertaking.
Yeah, we're like, how can we reach the world without being able to travel?
Right.
Right? Because they
So,
shut
so that's
everything
why you
down,
got like
so-
worldwide Swansons Live.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes.
What a great concept.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
You both have so much going on. I know there's also big tour plans for 2025 coming up and everything too. Possibly Wake Up might be on vinyl.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And I know you got music videos for everything, shot on multiple locations.
Yes.
correct.
I mean, you're doing them on the West Coast, Illinois, Nashville.
Yes.
It's like you're going to have like a traveling film crew with you
That's
just
the
to
dream.
keep up with all of it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we do have.
We
a
do
travel.
travel.
Yeah, but
Our
then I mean, but
videographer.
like international tours seems like it's
Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
And especially the way you guys are racking up awards too.
Thank you.
Which has to feel good. It has to, once again, when you're creating the music and you're reaching so many people and you guys are on tour and playing sold out shows, then once in a while to get an award too, to kind of justify what you're working on.
Yes. This award last night was the most meaningful award or piece of recognition that we have received to date, and
Wow.
it was a very, very emotional experience. We're so grateful that happened for us.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
thank
we
you.
have
Especially as independent artists and on your own label.
and we've worked so hard for over a decade,
Right.
Angie and I, and it's just the two of us. We do everything, and Vic, of course, our videographer who travels with us. So between the three of us, we do a lot of hard work. So to be acknowledged for that was just extremely gratifying, and we feel so blessed by the Josie Music Awards for that to have happened to us.
Well, I was going to bring up also, you guys have incredible merch. You've got awesome T-shirts, which have the both of you on there, and of course, Joe, with you holding a Telecaster, which is only logical. But the albums, the past albums, are available on CD and vinyl also. Besides Wake Up, which is out now, which just came out this year.
Yes.
And you're already working on 2 more albums.
That's right.
I mean, that's amazing. What a body of work to keep
Thank
up
you.
with. You guys are gonna have to keep a condo in like Nashville.
We're
Yes.
thinking about that.
and
yeah.
just
a
like
goal. That is a
yeah,
goal.
because like you keep going back and forth between all these
Absolutely.
huge cities.
We may just transplant here too.
Not a bad idea.
know,
They have
so-
guitars here too, Joe. I don't know if anybody told you that, but I'll be the first.
I appreciate that.
Angie didn't even hear that, so it's all good. Well, I'll tell you what, I want to make sure for our viewers, for the new album, for the upcoming book, for everything else, for the tours, to come out and see the Swansons live, website and social media, where do the viewers need to go?
TheSwansonsMusic.com. Want to say it with me?
Sure.
TheSwansonsMusic.com.
I feel like it's just like on the album. And so it's like the same thing also with your weekly show. You've got that on Facebook, you got it streaming, and also on your YouTube channel.
Yes, correct.
And
yeah,
Rumble.
and Rumble.
And of course.
Rumble's
why
been
not?
our greatest new addition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, let's get ready to rumble. Right? It's like, yeah, it's so incredible. Well, it's so nice to have both of you on the show. Congratulations. Wake Up is out now. Be sure to add it to your digital streaming. You can get it on CD, hopefully on vinyl also. The new book's going to be coming out. More albums. You got to follow Angie and Joe, the Swansons. Just incredible music and great people. Thank you both for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eric.
Wonderful to see you. Congratulations on your award.
Thank
Yes.
you. And check out their music and get the album.
The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.